What are we making for breakfast this morning?
Pancakes!
I'm going to start with the easiest recipe, which is sourdough pancakes. It's great for beginners if you have a sourdough starter. So here it is, 2 cups of sourdough starter to begin with. And then we're also going to add 1/4 cup of coconut oil. You're going to melt it and pour it right on in. So now we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt and then 2 tablespoons of honey. I normally just pour this in to what looks like about a tablespoon at a time, but you can measure it. And add 2 eggs and then mix all that up really well. All right, now the secret ingredient next, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And you wanna really mix this in very last, and you wanna make sure that after you mix it, it gets nice and kind of bubbly and frothy at the top. All right, so see the bubbles that are starting to come up, and it's starting to look really frothy and good, and it's pretty much ready to use at this point. So now we're just gonna get our pans ready. All right, so now we're ready to start cooking. So I like to use my cast iron skillets that I have, and I just turn the heat to all the way on high to start off with, and I add some coconut oil to the pan just to get them really hot, really ready to go. And then I will actually move the heat down to about a medium heat when we're ready to go. All right, and so this time we're actually gonna add blueberries to our pancakes. Sometimes we do blueberries, sometimes we do chocolate chips. It's really up to you. We're gonna start adding the batter. Just pour it on in until you have, the size pancake that you want. All right, so at this point, as you can see, there's like tons of bubbles and they're starting to pop, which is great. That's what we want. And you'll be able to know when it's ready to go. I would say leave it for about 3 minutes on each side. But for the first time before you flip it, check the edges. When the edges, all the bubbles have kind of popped on the edges and it's starting to look a little brown, a little golden, it's about ready to flip over. So I'd flip it at that point, and then leave it for maybe another like 3 minutes and just check it. And at that point, they're ready to go. All right, guys, there you have it. This is how you make sourdough pancakes. Feel free to half this recipe, which I do all the time. And I hope you guys have fun making it. We try to make it at least once every weekend, and the kids have a lot of fun. They help out, and they'll put blueberries or chocolate chips in, and then we just top it off with some maple syrup or butter and honey or whatever you'd like. All right, guys, so there you have it. Let me know if you have any questions about the recipe or even just how to get started with a sourdough starter. I would love to help you. And in the future, I'm hoping to come out with more videos, so stay tuned.